Hey, GT, thank you for taking the time to talk to us today. When I asked Coach after the tough loss in St. Louis, I asked him, what are some players in the locker room that are trying to be the vocal leaders and telling the young guys, it's the next game. He said you and Jonathan Mensah. What do you think about that role that you have in the locker room, and does that naturally, start from within you, or is it something that Coach possibly asked you to do? Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I would consider myself a leader in the locker room for sure. I think with Jackson as captain, just trying to help him and trying to do everything I can to, make sure the team can stay in a positive mentality and in the right mindset, for the next match. It's early in the season still, so we have a lot to look forward to. We have a lot of our goals that we want to accomplish throughout this year. But it starts every day in training. It starts with Lucci's mentality every single day. And I think it's just our roles as leaders and as, a little bit of the more experienced guys in the locker room. I wouldn't say older, but a little bit more experienced, just to make sure everybody stays on the same page and stays positive and stays on course.
Next up, Jamin Moore.
Hey, JT. Good to talk to you today. Congratulations on the clean sheet last game.
Thank you.
Obviously, a difference from the week before when you met a very strong St. Louis City side. As we look forward to Houston, they're a team that has struggled to score goals. They've gotten results, but last week off of a penalty, and week before that also, were able to find the back of the net, but after some struggle as well. So, what is it that you need to be wary of in a team like this that doesn't yet have their clear attacking identity? What is it that you're, wanting everyone to be aware of out there on this weekend? Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I think regardless of them not scoring, even look at us, we haven't scored the past 2 matches, but I would say we've been really dangerous. I don't think, if you were to say the past, 90 minutes that we wouldn't have scored, I would have called you crazy just from the chances that we'd have created and the good looks that we had. So I'm sure they're in a similar spot. Even though they haven't scored that much, they're still getting good results, like you were saying, and that's a really dangerous team. The past few years we haven't beaten Houston at home, and they've come in and kind of played really well in, our stadium. So I think this year we're looking to change that.
Thanks, JT. This question comes from Tim Ramey. He asks, you guys are playing your second consecutive game at home. How does that help out the team in terms of building momentum and playing in front of your fan base before traveling next weekend?
Yeah, we love playing at home. I think getting 7 points out of the first 3 home games is a solid way to start for sure. I think it would have been great to get a win last weekend against Toronto. I think if we can create this home field atmosphere with the fans behind us, with the entire stadium behind us, I think that's just sets us up for a really good run throughout this year. You want to win all your home games. That's a really crucial part of the MLS is to play well at home and get results at home, and we're definitely looking to do that against Houston.
Let's take a second one from Fabian.
Hey, JT, thank you for taking a second question. Last year and this year, you were always supporting the Quakes 2 guys and being there as a leader from the first team and as well as possibly a fan of the second team. What are some things that you are telling the Quakes 2 guys to kind of achieve their dream of being a professional soccer player? And then what do you think of the team? Thank you.
Yeah, I love going out there. I love the way they play, and I love just kind of supporting them. They always come to our games, so I try to do my best to go to theirs. And I think supporting our guys who are playing with that team, I think, is a crucial part. Quakes 2 has been kind of a huge part for the younger guys. You look at, someone like Will or someone like Nini up top. I thought they both played great with the Quakes 2, and it's a really good sign because it means that they care, and it means that they're pushing themselves to be better every single day. Even if they're not getting a start with the first team, that means they can play with the second team, and if they're doing their best and they're trying really hard, then I think it's going to set themselves up for future success for sure.
And one final question from Jamin Moore.
Hey JT, thanks for taking a second. I'd like to talk a little bit about your new goalkeeper coach, Aiden, and how he's working with you, because maybe no goalkeeper has been through as much change in the past couple of years as you have, with now your third goalkeeper coach in effect in the last 2 years, as well as now competition with Danielle when he's healthy for the starting role. So can you talk a bit about like how Aiden's approach is with you as compared to maybe other goalkeeper coaches before that, and how you're adjusting to his approach, and what kind of new perspectives he might be bringing to you in the position? Thanks.
Yeah, good question. I think with Aiden, there's a sense of comfort in my own style of goalkeeping. We kind of are cut from the same cloth of how we view the position and how we view training day in, day out. I think with Carlos Roa, I learned so much the past 3 or 4 years prior to this one. I think it was something completely new. It was a new idea, a new perspective on the position, and I think it helped me immensely. And I think it's just continue, no matter who the coach is, just to learn something new. No matter who the goalkeeper coach is, they're not going to reinvent the wheel. But you take bits and pieces of every single one and kind of make sure that it's helping you day in, day out. And at the end of the day, I'm pretty experienced by now, and I know what works best for me. And I think with Aiden and with Emmy and with Daniel, it's just about getting the best out of each other. That's the most important thing for us. And regardless of who's playing, regardless of the minutes, it's how can we help the team win? How can we put our best foot forward in order to get the result on the weekend?